Here is a top 10 winter list for men. These fragrances are a bit more cozy, they're heavier so that they stay around for longer, and they need to be smelled in a 0 or minus temperature, because sweeter fragrances usually they can be smelled in those temperatures, whereas citrusy fresh fragrances not so much. So these are sexy, cozy and long-lasting fragrances for you to check out for this winter. We've got actually an honorable mention. Azzaro wanted, I had to put it in here because I've talked about it a lot, but it is such a good fragrance. Wanted by Night. This is a fresh, spicy fragrance. The spices in it, they're so mouth-watering, and it's a long-lasting fragrance as well. So this one, if you want a delicious fragrance, check it out. But now, without further ado, top 10, and I'm going to go from my least favorite to my top favorite. So for number 10, I would recommend you Woodward, but intense, because it's much more smoky. It's got that Woodward character, and let me tell you, Woodward is sexy to the nines, or however you say it. It is very sexy, dry and woody scent, but intense version has got more smokiness. It's got a bit more oomph, so it's better for the winter time because a tad bit more longevity, and also it will smell and project a little bit more just because it's got that piercing factor of the smokiness. So if you like the original, check out this one because it's definitely different enough to also have in your collection. Next, Bentley for Men Intense. This fragrance, the price for it is crazy. I mean, this could cost 5 times more and people would still buy it. This fragrance is sexy, it's sweet, it's kind of boozy. For me, also, it has a chocolate note that I can smell. And I remember one of you said that he totally was able to smell it too, and he was thinking he was crazy that it wasn't in the notes, but it is a rummy, boozy, sweet fragrance, but still masculine. It just melts the notes to perfection. Such a sexy fragrance, projects crazy and very long lasting. So this one is a must for the winter season. And now I want to give a special thank you to my members of this channel who are supporting me. It is Doc, who has been the member for the longest, 18 months. So thank you so much for your support. It's crazy. Also Esser, our newest member, and also John Downey. So thank you so much for you guys who are supporting this channel. If you want to check out what this whole membership is, check out the join button underneath this video that you are watching and find out more. Now let's get back to the video. The next fragrance is from Parle Moi De Parfum, and it's called Milky Musk. This fragrance is a creamy, milky, clean scent. If you like those fragrances that have got that woody smoothness to them, this is a beautiful fragrance. Or if you like sandalwood fragrances, I recommend loads of Santal 33 fragrances or similar to that. Check out this one because it's got that sandalwoody, coconutty, smooth vibe. It's very cozy and clean smelling, very unique, and I would totally say if you are into unique fragrances, check out this one. Next is a Bottega Veneta fragrance. I think this is the first time I'm ever talking about a Bottega Veneta fragrance, and it's called Porom. This fragrance is a classic fragrance, classic masculine fragrance. If you like those that smell super masculine but have got that little a twist in the designer market, this one is very special. It's got a pronounced violet leaf note, which makes it a tad bit different, but overall when you smell it, it's like this OG manly DNA that is perfect for winter, that you can wear to work and smell super good. And it's a fragrance that maybe when you smell it, you're like, oh, this is like, I've smelled this before, but it's done to a very good quality on the designer spectrum of fragrances. So I can wholeheartedly recommend this one to you guys. If you're after just a blind grab and go fragrance, this one might be for you. By the way, like this video if you are enjoying watching it. And we've got our next contender, Amouage Boundless. I love Amouage fragrances. They're all so special and expensive smelling. This is really your cozy chai latte fragrance on like a whole another level. This, when you smell it, you're just taken to another world. It smells so luxurious. You can be a millionaire wearing this, and it does really have that spiciness of a chai latte. Some people also have said in the comments that it reminds them of Tobacco Vanille, and I get the reference. So if you like Tobacco Vanille from Tom Ford, this is less heavy, less sweet, and more airy and spicy of a fragrance. But oof, this is definitely a sexy one because I have put it in my sexiest list. So winter and sexy. It is just marvelous. Magic. Just magic. Oh, every time I smell it, I'm just speechless. This is L'Instant Eau de Toilette from Galan. And guys, this fragrance is beautiful. It is somehow, it manages just to be fresh, but also has got some gourmandish cocoa and notes. It's got patchouli, which makes it really earthy and just lovely to wear. It's got spices like star anise, which makes it, you know, wintry, like really nice, but also has got this incredible freshness when you first apply it, and the dry down, it just wins me over with how spicy and kind of gourmandish it is, but not gourmandish in any way at the same time. This is a masterpiece, and it's one of those fragrances that you have to check out for yourself and wear it on your skin to really appreciate it. But if you want a fragrance that is more of a classy fragrance, timeless fragrance, and like a true masterpiece, this one, you'll love it. You'll absolutely love it, and you have to check it out. Next is Armani's Stronger With You. Absolutely. This is a very sexy, sweet bomb of a fragrance. You must love sweet fragrances. Stays forever. Huge bubble around you when you wear it. So this one is definitely a sweater weather fragrance. Such a sexy scent, like date, definitely appropriate. Scarf and cozy coats, New York sort of weather in the winter. This is really good and will project even in the coldest cold. So definitely get this one. If you can't get it, because I know it's not available everywhere, get their Stronger For You Intensely. It's just as good but more nutty. Next is YSL Tuxedo. This fragrance is a nice bit of sweetness and a nice bit of patchouli in there. It's masterfully blended. It's very sexy. It's kind of nonchalant. You can wear it to a black tie event. You can wear it to the office, and it can be your guilty pleasure fragrance on the weekend. It just is beautiful, sweet, sexy, very present and assertive of a fragrance. So if you're that person, if you want to exude that confidence and that je ne sais quoi, this is the perfect fragrance for that. Now it's time for my top 2 fragrances, and I don't know which one to put in the first place. So this is a very close second and first place. Number 2 is Gransoi by MFK. This fragrance, I must talk about it nearly every year because it's so good. It smells like Paris in the winter, the crisp air, the amazing fashion, the amazing cafes, the expensive looking architecture and buildings. It is so good, and it projects like crazy. It is the perfect fragrance for the winter time for a guy. It has got that sweetness and spiciness, that ambery goodness that makes a fragrance sexy. It's super long lasting, and it just smells like winter to me. If you're a guy and you have never smelled this, smell it and you'll just discover a whole new world of fragrance. This is definitely the most perfect fragrance for winter, together with number one, which is a similar fragrance in its DNA. And this one was on my first ever sexiest fragrance list, I believe, number one. 10 top sexiest fragrances. And it's still there up at the top. Frederic Malle's Masque Ravageur. This one has got that same spice and sweetness to it and amber goodness, but it's also kind of animalistic and fairy. And when you smell it, it's kind of like a wild winter animal. So I know that it might be a strange concept to say, but it does smell like it. It smells sexy, it smells kind of carnal, and the spices in it make it perfect for winter. Definitely a perfect winter fragrance. It lasts forever, projects on your scarf, it will last for days. Totally worth the money. This is one of the best winter fragrances ever. Let me know what is your top one winter fragrance that you wear all the time, again and again every year. Follow me on Instagram, and I'll see you all again very soon.